Before I tell you this African folktale, let me warn you, this story is not just entertainment. It is a memory, a real witness account from our streets. The kind of tale that will follow you long after you stop watching. If you are new here, subscribe now and share this story. Because what you're about to hear is not just folklore, it is a living echo of Africa's deepest mysteries. I am Tola, and I will never forget that Saturday in Lagos as long as I live. People always say weddings are meant to be days of joy, a day when families join together, when music and laughter carry into the streets, when the bride glows like the sun. But for me, that day turned into something else entirely, something I still cannot explain even now. It was the wedding of my closest childhood friend, Amara. We grew up together, side by side in Surulere, sharing secrets, books, even hairstyles. She was the type of woman who lit up every room she entered. Tall, dark-skinned, with a smile that had a way of making you forgive her even when she was the one at fault. And she had finally found the man she said was her answered prayer. Chike. That morning, I woke up in my small apartment at Yaba with a rush of excitement. Lagos was already alive outside my window, Danfo buses honking, hawkers shouting pure water, gala, and the usual motorbikes weaving dangerously between cars. I ironed my wine-colored bridesmaid dress, slipped into my silver heels, and checked the mirror twice before heading out. We had all agreed to meet at the hotel in Victoria Island, where Amara and the other bridesmaids were dressing up before the church service. When I arrived, the hotel lobby smelled of perfume and fresh flowers. The other bridesmaids were already fussing around her room, fixing makeup, adjusting Jill, making jokes. Amara sat in the middle like a queen in her stunning white satin gown, her hair pinned perfectly beneath a glittering tiara. I swear, I had never seen her so beautiful. The photographers clicked endlessly, shouting instructions in their mix of English and pidgin. Yes, bride, turned small, raised chin, fine girl, abig, smile like say money no day finish. We all laughed. Everything felt so normal, so happy. By 11:30 a.m., the decorated white Lexus SUV arrived outside the hotel to carry Amara to the church. It was draped in white ribbons, with fresh roses fixed neatly on the bonnet. The driver, a quiet man in his 40s, wore a black suit. He opened the back door, and we all cheered as Amara entered, holding her bouquet tight. She waved at us through the tinted glass, and we ran behind, shouting, "See you at the altar." The convoy moved off the Lexus in front, followed by cars carrying bridesmaids and family. I rode in one of the bridesmaids' cars, squeezed between two others. Lagos traffic was unusually light that day. The heavens must have known it was her wedding. Within minutes, we reached the church in Lekki. The compound was already buzzing with guests, men in sharp suits, women in brightly colored asoebi, Jill towering like crowns. The band had started warming up inside. We waited. The groomsmen stood proudly at the altar with Chike, who looked like he could burst with happiness. He wore a fitted navy blue suit, his beard neatly trimmed, his hands clasped nervously in front of him. The pastor cleared his throat several times, glancing toward the entrance. The congregation murmured in expectation. But minutes passed. Then, 30 minutes. The Lexus did not arrive. At first, we thought it was just traffic. Lagos traffic can turn even short distances into endless journeys. But one of the groomsmen checked his phone and said, "The driver called 10 minutes ago, they were close." Another 15 minutes. Guests grew restless. The band switched from church hymns to soft jazz, just to fill the silence. Chike's smile began to falter. Finally, The driver himself arrived at the compound alone, sweating. His suit crumpled. Everyone rushed at him, asking what happened. His lips trembled as he stammered, "I don't understand. I don't understand." She was there when we left the hotel. She was sitting in the back seat. I was driving slowly, following the convoy. But when I reached the church gate, I looked back to open the door, and the car was empty. The bride, she was not there. Silence. Pure silence. You could hear the birds in the trees above the compound. At first, people laughed nervously. They thought it was some kind of prank, a bridal game. Maybe she had switched cars along the way. But we had all been watching. None of us saw her come out. None of us saw her enter another car. She was simply gone. The driver swore he had not stopped anywhere. His face was pale, his eyes wide, as if he had seen something unholy. Wallahi, she was there. She waved at me when I adjusted the mirror. Then she wasn't. Like smoke disappearing, we searched everywhere. The bridal convoy turned back along the entire route, honking, calling, shouting her name. We asked roadside sellers, gatekeepers, even random passers-by. No one had seen a bride walking by the road. The church service was canceled that day. Some guests went home. Others stayed, whispering. By evening, police officers were at the hotel, then at the church, questioning everyone. But what could we say? That a bride vanished from a locked car in the middle of Lagos daylight. Days turned into weeks. Posters with Amara's picture covered. Electricity poles across the city. Missing person. Amara Chidima. Last seen on her wedding day. Chike withdrew into silence. Some said he moved out of Lagos entirely. But here is the part that still chills me. A year later, on the exact date of the wedding that never happened, I was stuck in traffic at 3rd Mainland Bridge, just after sunset. It had rained, and the road was wet, reflecting the streetlights. As I stared out the window, I saw a woman standing by the roadside, drenched in a white gown. It was Amara. Her gown was stained with mud, her bouquet withered in her hands. She looked straight at me and smiled. That same smile that always forgave. Before I could scream, a truck passed between us, and when it cleared, she was gone. Since then, others have claimed to see her at different junctions, in traffic jams, near churches, always in that same wedding gown. Some say she is looking for the wedding she never reached. Others whisper that she was taken by forces that don't like love to be celebrated. Me, I only know what I saw, and I have never gone near a bridal car since. If you have ever witnessed something like this, share your story in the comments. Let the world know our African folktales are not just stories, but living truths. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that this tale travels across the world. Because who knows? The next African folktale I tell might be yours.